Today is the 18th of November. Welcome to this meditation. I would like to read in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 2. All a person's way seem pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Solomon wrote another proverb that is very similar to this one. It's in chapter 21, verse 2. A person may think their own ways are right, but the Lord weighs the heart. So he talks about the heart and then about motives or the spirit. Our ways might seem pure to us or might seem right to us, but the Lord knows our hearts. There is a parable in the book of Luke that will help us to understand these two texts of Solomon. Luke chapter 18, verses 8 to 14, actually 9 to 14. To some who were confident on their own righteousness and looked down on everyone else, Jesus told this parable. Two men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood by himself and prayed, God, I thank you that I'm not like other people, robbers, evildoers, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week and I give a tenth of all I get. But the tax collector stood at a distance. He would not even look up to heaven, but beat his breast and said, God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Two Jewish men, because if the tax collector was a Roman, he wouldn't be allowed in that part of the temple where they prayed. He was a man, because he had to be a man to be there, and he had to be Jewish. So he was Jewish, just like the Pharisee. The Pharisee was a religious man. They were very strict religious people. And they were amongst the worst enemies that Jesus had when he was here on earth. They are also part of those who delivered Jesus to be crucified by the Romans. So he thought he was a righteous person because he was a religious person and he did everything that his religion told him to do. He was fasting twice a week. He was giving a tenth of his money, and he thought he was not like the others. God knows the heart. When you watch a movie on like Jesus of Nazareth or other movies on the life of Jesus, you see that the people who are really best dressed are the Pharisees with their long robes, black and white. They have beautiful hats. They are very, very, like as if they were wearing Chanel. The tax collector might be, because he had money, might be dressed as well like that. But that's not what God is going to see. God is going to see the heart. Which of those two men are going to be justified by God that day? Jesus is going to give us the answer. I tell you that this man, the tax collector, rather than the other, went home justified before God. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Paul says in Romans chapter 5, verse 1, that being justified by faith, we have peace with God. It is God who will make us righteous before his eyes. And it is through the sacrifice of our Lord Jesus Christ. And it's not through what we have done. Because everything we have done is nothing compared to God's holiness and righteousness. God is a holy God, a righteous God. Only God can justify us. Only God can exalt us. Only God can save us. God bless you.